Yeah, this is episode 450 of the Dead Pickles of the Internet. With your host, Joe.
And Lorne, woo!
So the quick Chicago minute is what's going on right now.
Not quick, what the riot is going on?
I know, it's quick as in quick enough. No, yeah, but that's what's going on right now in Chicago. Downtown.
Like what caused it? Like, what happened?
I honestly don't know. Yeah, exactly. You feel the same way too. It's like, what? Is it just... I think it's like not really pertaining to anything. They just wanted to do it.
Yeah, just like, what happened? Like, what's going on? Like, how did this all, like, occur?
Yeah.
Like, last night, like, okay, cool. Next thing you know, I wake up, it's like, oh, everything's in chaos in downtown. Like, wait, what?
Yeah, that is... It's so weird. I'm just like, I go on my Facebook, and it's like, live footage of this happening downtown. I thought it was like, oh, since Facebook's kind of weird, you know, they'll show you something that happened like a month ago or whatever. I thought I was like, oh, why are they showing this to me now? I'm like, oh wait, this was 3 hours ago. What? This happened last night? I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, just like, what is going on? Like, you know what, guys, stay safe in Chicago. And our Chicago listeners, stay safe, and also, and like, stay away from downtown.
Yeah.
Just stay away.
It's crazy. It's
like, you don't need to be down there at all.
It's like, I thought we were like, oh, I think most of the part, like for the most part, we should be good, but I don't know. That's just wishful thinking, I guess.
Yeah, that's like, oh, maybe we'd be good, but you know, you never know. In the next like half hour, it'd be like the weirdest tower, or the Sears Tower is on fire. It'd be like, wait, what?
Oh my
like,
god!
Oh,
can you imagine if that happened?
Like, how did that happen? Like, what? Like, I thought Chicago was all good and great. Like, okay, cool, we getting back together. Okay, that's cool. Next thing you know, no.
Yeah, because from what I read online through like news sources, it wasn't pertaining to anything. I think it was just not a random event. It was a planned event because they rented out trucks and everything. So they just wanted to use that, take advantage of all this chaos.
That's just so weird because Chicago has not been like pretty much in the news for anything. It's just been like, okay, everything been chill here. Everything else is this like little small pockets of riots, but that's like different parts of the city, but not like something like, oh, we gonna attack downtown again.
Yeah, and it's just sad and depressing, is what it is.
Yes, it is.
Because it's like, man. Yeah, because like a big part of it's like, man, it's just we're gonna have people that are afraid to open their stores again downtown, and so we're just
it's just like, oh, businesses again not gonna be like, you know what, nah, I don't feel like opening.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an awful thing. Mm-hmm. But there's also that awful thing that's happened also in Beirut. And Lebanon.
Yeah, that situation, jeez.
Yeah, it's like, I thought like August, I thought we were gonna slow down, like, oh, maybe everything's gonna be fine in August. I guess
like,
not.
Nope, it's like July was a slow down period.
No, I think July was that also during the riot stuff too?
No, riots happened in June.
Huh.
All the riot stuff happened in June. Because the Juneteenth, all that stuff. July was a little, peaks and valleys. The only thing that's going crazy is like Portland over there.
Oh yeah, that too.
But like pretty much like everyone else was just like with pockets and stuff.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Like we got footage of stuff like this, and it looks crazy to see like HD footage of an explosion that huge. And there's like multiple angles of it, because usually you'd see like an old school video of like that one atomic bomb that happened, of the house that just completely gets decimated. But now with all this, with the technology and stuff like that, you see it in full view. You're like, holy crap, that's crazy. Yeah, and it's an insane thing that's going on. The whole month of August, huh? Thought we would be doing good, but
well, also didn't happen that like people was going like in continue on with Chicago. People was like, oh, it's nice outside, so let's go to the beach. And a lot of people was like, not social distancing. It's like, really? Like, really, people? Really? It's just like, come on now. Like, why y'all all together in the beach? Like that. Like, all together. Like, carelessly together like that.
I think it's like one of those things of like, if you see one person do it, and someone else joins in, and it's like, he's doing this, so I'm gonna do it too. And,
yeah, but it's no point like, oh yeah, I'm gonna join in. Like, no, it's no point of pretty much joining this. You pretty much got the sniffles, and you like, oh, why do I feel like I'm sick?
Yeah.
And like because you're an idiot. You would have that follower mentality to pretty much like, oh, I'll just go follow these people, and that'd be great. I just think like as humans that we just keep on like fucking up all the time. Like a situation is like, oh, we can like for example, like we can got this bad, like this whole thing could like kind of go pass over if everybody just follow directions. But everybody say, you ain't my mama, I can do what I want, and just be like, okay then, so all the rest of the humans suffer. That's why I say
not New Zealand though. New Zealand.
Like New Zealand, like the States is just pretty much just like, yo, whatever. Cool. YOLO, right? YOLO fam. We got it.
Yeah.
It just I'm just like New Zealand, like, yeah, that's the smart thing to do, is just like, hey, just stay in. It's okay. Maybe you go crazy, maybe not. But you can live. You cannot die.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Also,
yeah, go on.
I was going to say also a big news that happened recently. Your boy Dr. Disrespect is on YouTube.
I Dr. Disrespect him. I don't know. I don't really care because I don't really know what he does. Other than I know he plays games and that's it.
Yeah, he plays games. He's just a personality, just a big personality. His whole thing is pretty much based on like 80s, 90s things. Like pretty much have like that, the big mullet, best gamer, quote unquote, like shooter, etc., etc.
Yeah,
that stuff there. And it's just like for me, like if you ask like, oh, do you follow Dr. Disrespect? I understand his style, like, and don't hate the style. Don't be like, oh, well, this and that. It's like he's actually really good in these games. So it's just kind of funny when it's just like you see him like, oh, he's just probably like suck or all this rage quitting, blah blah blah. He's like, actually, there's some scenes. He's like, oh crap, he actually knows how to play the game pretty well. And actually, he's pretty good. He's pretty talented. Just for me, I just like, you know what? I get the gimmick. I get it. I understand it.
Yeah.
I'm in it for the hot memes. I like vaporwave. I like the aesthetic. Vapor aesthetics.
Speaking of video games, the PlayStation State of Play happened like last week, and then they released a couple trailers for stuff. There's gonna be a Hitman 3 VR, which I'm like, that's really cool. I like that idea, but
I don't.
Why? I mean, it's just an extra thing for the PlayStation. Like, oh, if you have VR, it'd be cool to play it. And I'm like, yeah.
But
I guess so.
Hitman VR is
what?
To me, it's just like, does it really need a VR?
I mean, if it's just an extra thing, I don't know.
Like for me, it's just like, no. Some games work for VR, and I just think Hitman is not one of them.
We'll see. I mean, it's not out yet, so we'll have to see how that game is.
To me, it just feels like, okay, so you VR, like that game, it's so much like precision you have to do. Like for example, like Super Hot, that's great in VR.
Yeah. Like
Hitman, that's like you pretty much you making third person to first person.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like I said, we'll see how that is. They also announced Braid, the anniversary edition. So Braid is like an old school, like not. I want to say old school, like doesn't even mean like that. It's like 2005, 2006, like indie that game that came out like on the PS3 and Xbox 360. The one with time. So it's like, oh, they're re-releasing that. Like, okay, that's cool. I'm not really. I mean, I like the game. Don't get me wrong. It was a great game, but to get released that one again, I'm like, okay, sure.
Well, people want old games, right?
I guess so. Mm-hmm. They also announced Spelunky 2.
I think it's out.
It's crazy. I was like, oh man, Spelunky, what a like weird underground thing for them to release. Because I remember, yeah, Spelunky 1 is like, it's a fun game. It's really hard.
Oh yeah. Spelunky 1 is a fun game, a hard game. Yeah. It's all different metas in that game.
Yeah.
Just don't piss off the shopkeeper.
Exactly. Don't steal the totem either.
Oh, steal the totem for sure.
And rescue the dog. That's all.
No, kill the dog. Sacrifice the dog.
I guess so. But yeah, that game's like, it's a roguelike cave explorer game. So you go in and you go check out. You try to avoid pitfalls, traps, all that, and try to get to the end of the game all in one go. And then yes, you can. There are moments in that game where it's just straight up like, what? Seriously, that just killed me?
Yeah, and one fall, and don't fall to your death, because the long jumps can kill anybody.
Yeah. But I'm glad that game got a sequel. I was like, wow.
Well, it's supposed to came out like a while ago. I remember seeing the like trailer or like teaser for it like months, like years ago.
Yeah.
So I knew like a couple of people from YouTube was like, "Oh man, Spelunky is back again." No.
So they also showed the one for Avengers.
Yeah, they kind of released the online thing for it.
Yeah. But here's the thing that got people mad. Yeah, here's what got people mad though, and it's kind of understandable, but really it sucks for people that want to play Spider-Man inside the PS4 or inside the Xbox version of Avengers, and they can't do it because it's exclusive only to PlayStation.
Sony, yeah.
Yeah, and that sucks. Like, damn, if they make it like if he's actually a big part of the game, that would suck.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of people also questions that, like, so is he a big part of the game, or is it just like he's a side character?
Yeah.
And if he's just a side character, then be like, okay, then no worries. Everything else is like, okay, it's just a skin. But is it just like, oh, he's a big part of the mission, and then you pretty much like, what the fuck is this? Because then you just change, you cater into the game to one particular character.
Yeah.
Because yeah, Spider-Man's here. Oh, this is a Spider-Man mission. You can't play it. Xbox games, and also be like, so what the hell do, like, for example, like an Xbox player would stay or do? They'd be like, so what the hell is this and everything else? It's just like another brand just pretty much just using its resources to pretty much to control the power, pretty much.
Yeah, because
like, hey,
yeah,
no, Sony is the best console game and blah 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 because they got Spider-Man or all this other stuff, blah blah blah. You just like, well, that's just lowballing. That's not really that's just flexing your, like, hey, guess what? We got Spider-Man, you guys don't. And just like, that's not cool.
Well,
that's a dick move. I understand. I respect the move. Also, I could say, yeah, that's just a dick move in general.
Well, people don't like about that though is that people who will pay for the same price of the game will get more if you have it on a certain console, which is a bullshit move. You know.
Mm-hmm. And that's also a move that you kind of look at, like Square Enix, Crystal Dynamics. You be like, what the fuck is this shit? No, like, come on now. Like, really? It's like, how deeply you in Sony pockets? No, that's the type of question that, like, someone would ask. Like, well, how deeply you in Sony pockets if you guys decide to do this move and everything else?
Yeah,
and then I change the story for it, because then it did. Then just like, so
you're paying for two different games then, basically. Yeah. If they completely change it.
Like, we're paying for two different games, so I guess I would just get the PlayStation 4 version.
Yeah.
If I really want the true story of it.
Or if they just like, yeah, what they might as well just like, okay, well, Xbox doesn't have it then. It's only PlayStation exclusive. And that would suck. We'd be like, damn, okay, fine. I guess that's how it is, huh?
Hey, man, it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
It is what it is, but it is. They also showed the pedestrian, which looks really cool. It's like, the one there's like, you're a street sign guy, and then you're just like walking around through other street signs as a platformer. It's really cool. I was like, that looks fun. I'd play that. They showed a bunch of other stuff too. Bug Snacks. They showed the Bug Snacks gameplay trailer. And I'm just like, okay, sure. I mean, it's a kids game, so it's like, I can't really like go crazy.
Kids games would be kids games.
Yeah, There's a new expansion for Control, and I'm like,
Oh
oh,
yeah.
okay, cool.
And one thing is was supposed to be like, so I only heard one thing. It's like, what, Alan Wake?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Big Alan Wake references, I'm guessing. Which is
Yeah.
like another game that I want to play, and I missed out because I think it was on sale like many times, and I just did not like. I was waiting for it to drop even more.
You're talking about
Control.
Oh, okay, I thought you were talking about
Yeah.
Alan Wake. I'm like, I thought you played Alan Wake. Who?
I played a little bit of Alan Wake, but not really beat that game. I actually
Oh,
didn't.
wait, that wasn't you. That was your friends. I remember because that was
Yeah.
on your channel. I was like,
Yeah, that was Sanji Kick played a lot of Alan Wake, and they were supposed to do a with him and Ralph. They were supposed to do freaking American Nightmare.
yeah, that's right.
So yeah, so that was a thing that's supposed to happen.
Alan Wake was
It just-
fun though. It was a good
Yeah,
game.
like I said, it was a fun thing. It was pretty much like, hey, do you like the real version of Max Payne?
Yeah.
Do
Exactly.
you want to see all the goofy shit that we couldn't pick out and do all this stuff here? No. Do you want actually storytelling? Here you go. That's Alan Wake.
Yeah. So, but that was the state of play, and I was like, okay, I saw some stuff I liked. I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm glad they did that. Then other stuff, I was like, I don't play that game, so I can't really tell it. Really tell you what I would think about that. But it's getting closer to like the release of PS5s, and still no.
And no sales price. Here goes the thing. It's supposed to be a sales price release, and nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
They're
just
really
like,
keeping
okay,
that under
play-
wraps. Like, what the? Why?
Why? Why? Well, we need to know. Like Sony, these boys need to know
Yeah, same
what's
thing
the
with
price for it.
same
Everything
with the
else.
Xbox too. Like, I want to know the price, please. I don't know if I'm gonna dump my next stimulus check on this whole thing.
There's not gonna be another stimulus check,
Yeah,
fam.
I know. I saw the news, but it's like I look at him like I don't know what's going on anymore. We're in a yeah. That's what it is.
Like a lot of people's like, oh man, can't wait to get another one. Just like there's not gonna be another one.
But
Sorry.
so in other news with Disney, they're planning to release Mulan on Disney Plus, and the price point that people keep going up on the online is $30. $30 whole dollars just to rent Mulan, the live action one.
Oh, that's what they go. That's what they project. But knowing Disney be like, you know what, $14.99.
Well, I even like I think like I kind of predicted. I was like, they should just if they released it on that on Disney Plus and you could rent it, I'd be like, I'd do that if it was a movie that I'd want to actually see.
Yeah.
But yeah, people are like, oh my god, it's $30 plus the subscription you already have. It's like almost
Well, I think
40,
it's just
35.
But yeah, but is it like $30 to like just rent it or $30 to own it?
I think it's you say $30, so most likely it might be just for rent until it actually does get released.
Well, like I said, it depends. It's just all speculations.
And
So it's just like
crazy.
it could just be like, oh, $30 to own Mulan.
I guess
If it's
you wanna-
$30 to own Mulan, then just like, well, that's kind of like the prices for Blu-rays or 4K.
if it's the 4K,
Now, if
yes.
Yeah, if it's just like, hey, it's $30 for Mulan and it's like 1080 or less or 720, then I'd be like, yo, that's a ripoff.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm like that's pretty much they ripping you off. They paying you like clowns. Or your famous words, they play us like a damn fiddle.
They totally did. Well, we didn't get played like a fiddle like last week. We got our chicken sandwiches in
Yes, we did.
Popeyes. I was glad. I was like, oh, cool. I can finally go get the chicken. And it was funny, too, because I went to the one next to your place. Because the one next to mine, like, oh, we don't do online here. I'm like, what? No.
Like, hold on, wait, what? What do you mean they don't do online?
You can't order online. I tried doing it. I was like, oh, cool. I go on the app, and it's like, go to download the Popeyes. Like, okay. And then I try to say, order here, and I go to the one next to me, and I'm like, it's blacked out. You can't click on order here. I'm like, why?
Wow, that's shady. I'm surprised you didn't go to the one like by the train station.
I could have, but I mean, I thought like, oh, it's close. I don't want to go far. That's the thing. Like, I don't want to go that far for it.
Gotcha.
And that's the closest one. and going over that way is like a lot more traffic, and I don't like dealing with that. But there was like some dude outside the Popeyes going. He's like, man, it looks like everybody's hurting for money out here. Can you help me get a sandwich and some chicken? I'm just like, no, I don't have enough money. And then he's like, yeah, that's how it is, huh? So what did you do? I was like, I'm unemployed. And then he's like, okay, what did you do before that? I'm like, why are you talking to me?
First off, you usually avoid people like this, so why you was talking to him?
I was outside. We had to wait outside because there was...
they were outside, but at the same time, you got headphones on.
I wish I had it. I forgot to at that point. I should have had it.
See?
But I only talked to him like 3 or 4 sentences, and then that's it. After that, he was done talking to me.
See, I would probably be like, what? Sorry, sir. I don't speak no English.
Yeah, that's what I should have done. I should have been like, okay? Or, Nani?
So, okay, you know Filipino. Or
no, I don't.
Yes, you do.
The sad thing, I will say, no, I don't. I speak more Japanese than I do Filipino, but
I speak more American than Filipino.
Yeah, exactly. I speak more weeb than I do Filipino. But yeah, he was outside, and then he actually got someone to buy him food. So I was like, okay, well, good for you. But they never posted a sign.
Like I said, you should take a thing like, yo, I give you this chicken sandwich if you give me $300, and then you have to bite out the chicken sandwich.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
They never posted a sign saying how much people should be inside. So I look inside. There's like 4 people. I was like, is that the limit? I'm not sure. So I go inside, and then they're like, okay, only 3 people inside. You gotta wait outside. I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. I can deal with that. And there's this guy coming in who was like, I put an order. I just want to get this. And they're like, oh, you have to wait outside. I'm not dealing with this right now. You have to go outside. I'm just like, yeah, dude, go outside. What the hell? And we both wait outside, and then the 2 people go out. So both me and that guy go in, and he's still complaining. He's like, I have to go wait outside, and I ordered a thing. He's like, and then they told him like, all right, you know what? It's not ready yet. And then he keeps complaining, and it's like, just cancel the order. It's like, I can't do that. And it's like, yes, you can. And I'm like, hell yeah, get the hell out of here. And that's the thing, like, just don't ever yell at the people who make your food. It's just pointless.
Yeah. It is like, what battle you trying to win and everything else? What battle you trying to be like, yo, I'm going to yell at this so my food get faster. You know what? That's another way of people be like, okay, guess what? Your food's going to get messed up. Or pretty much you'll get messed up.
Yeah, exactly.
Do not mess with people in food service.
Yeah.
Do not. It's not worth it. The glory you try and get is not going to be worth it, my friends.
Yeah.
It's not. No.
I was like,
take it for us. It's not worth it.
Yeah, I'm always very respectful for that. I go up there, they give me the food. I'm like, oh, thank you very much, and I just walk out.
Yeah.
No trouble.
It's like, thank you very much, and everything else. That's it.
And you can look at them and be like, yeah, they're pretty stressed out because it's like, you gotta deal with you.
Like, oh man, you have to think of like, oh man, they understaffed. They could be like a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah.
But you pretty much is like giving shit to them. It's not worth it at all. But like, yo, fam, they are people too.
I know. So yeah, just don't harass the people that work behind the counter. And then the guy who helped me was like very nice too. He was just like, oh, you got the thing? What's your name? Oh, okay. Oh, here you go. There's like, oh, see, this guy gets it.
Yeah.
This guy's cool.
He understands it. He's like, okay, cool, boom, awesome.
Yeah.
And I let the group know, like Todd knew, like, yep, free Popeyes.
Do they all have T-Mobile too?
I don't think so, but well, Sprint now, or T-Mobile now.
I know.
Because it's like T-Mobile on the T-Mobile umbrella, boys. We in here.
Isn't Metro PCS also under T-Mobile too?
Yep. We all under the umbrella now.
Yeah, we're all cool.
Yeah.
I think I saw for they're gonna have for tomorrow is like, oh, you can get like $3 credit for ice cream. I'm like, okay. Can't win them all.
You got the Dunkin' Donuts one though?
Yeah, I saved that one.
Okay, I still need to do it. I think I got today to do it.
I don't know if there's a lot of things I want in Dunkin' Donuts anymore.
Well, a donut.
A donut. But that's the thing. Like, I'm trying to not eat donuts. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, true. Well, for you, yes. But for me, I just grabbed like the donuts, like 2 donuts. That's it.
Maybe like a whole wheat bagel with cream cheese. Maybe that would be the only thing.
There you go. See, now you Starbucks level now, homie.
Starbucks level. You know what I'm doing right now for like the past couple days with
what you have been doing?
I've been doing intermittent fasting, which is a thing you can do.
Yeah, my eyes got big when you said that.
You don't know? Your eyes got big? I saw them.
Yeah, like what? That is woo.
Intermittent fasting is a type of like, it's a kind of diet, but it's not really. It's more like trying to help you with it. Because I'm doing pretty good right now. I'm just like, wow, I lost kind of a lot right now. That's pretty good. But then for a while, it's like kind of been not going as like, oh, it's not going as much as I thought it would be. So I looked up online, just people talking about it, and I saw it through like a Reddit post about like someone talking about Ring Fit, and then they were like, so what I've been doing is I've been doing this, plus I've been like, intermittent fasting. So I looked it up, and I saw it through their subreddit, and then I've been reading the post, people have been going like, yeah, it's like, it's worked out for me. I was like, okay, maybe I can try it. And what it is like, it's what you think. Fasting is like, if you heard it before, it's like you just don't eat. And there's different methods to it. There's the 18-6. No, it's the 16-8 way. The one where you don't eat one day, or you eat under 100 calories one day, and then you eat regularly the next day. The other way is like to do it like, I'm doing the 18-6. Oh my god, numbers.
18-6.
No, yeah. It's 8-16. Yeah, that's about right. Which is you don't eat for 16 hours, and then within the small window of 8 hours, you eat pretty much normally. And it's supposed to help boost up your metabolism and optimize your eating habits, because during that time your body works and it's thinking like, oh yeah, so this is the time you gotta eat, and use all that. And it's really hard because the window you can choose to be like, oh, it's 9 to 5 or 12 to 8. I chose the 12 to 8 because it's a lot easier for me.
And also, he's like, I get to rest.
Yeah. And I've been doing that for the past couple days, and I thought it would be hard, but shit's easy.
Okay. Look at you. It's easy, McGreasy. It's easy, fam.
But yeah, you do get.
I think Mike was doing intermittent fasting at one point in time.
Right? That's cool.
Yeah, like I said, I think at one time, because when he was when he's cosplaying Mike, when he was rock hard abs Mike.
Damn.
So he was like, because Mike was like was pretty much building up bulk, and he was pretty much like building up like muscles and stuff. So that's why I said I think he was doing intermittent fasting or some type of fasting.
That's cool.
And then I know he was like only eat like certain different times, and it was like he used to just eat like just rice and like just small meals of rice and stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, for the most part, like it's good to eat whatever proteins and all that stuff.
Yeah, more like focus like on his protein and stuff like that. Which it brings me to one thing I got recently. So recently, not recently, but like before, pretty much I was used to like went to the gym and stuff and work out, blah blah blah. I was doing like I had freaking what was that protein diets and everything else, like the shakes and stuff.
Oh, you had protein shakes, huh? Did you get it from the GNC or Vitamin Shop, as they say?
I had the what's that called? Muscle milk.
Oh, okay.
So I was doing muscle milk and stuff like that, and pretty much I was like, okay, cool. Everything else, I was taking that like, occasionally. Everything else just pretty much just having like just muscle milk. And recently I was just like, you know what? I kind of want to get back like slim, like build up a little bit bulk kind of more now, just like in my upper body. So I bought like 2 like muscle milk ones, like just the not the protein powder, but like the pre-made shakes already.
Oh, that's good.
And like just like the other day, like because I was like, oh man, heading to work, and I grabbed one, and I was like, I chugged that thing down. And it was like the only thing, like that was like the morning. I didn't have no lunch, no long breakfast, everything else. So I chugged that thing down. It's like, oh man, I remember this feeling, this taste, because tasting like that protein stuff. Not gonna lie to you, it's kind of was like, I remember this feeling. Yeah, like it's not. I was like, it's a okay, like okay, it's all right once you get used to the taste of it. But if you first time tasting, you be like, oh my god, this is like, ugh. But I remember the taste of like, oh, I remember this. I got immune to this, and I just was like, I can't. Like, I'm just thinking to myself, I can have one more. But I was like, you don't want to have one more, man. Chill out.
Yeah.
Like, relax, dude. You don't need one more. But yeah, I just thought that was kind of like when you was just talking about your fasting. I was like, oh yeah, I actually have a protein shake. Yeah. And I pretty much, I still have like 3 more left. I only just have it only like, you know, if I'm like have to work in the morning, if I'm like in a rush to leave and it's like crap, I didn't really eat nothing. Okay, let me grab this as a kind of a meal replacement. And I want to get the strawberry one because I heard the strawberry one's really good.
Where are you buying this?
I got it from Target.
Oh, they're in Target. I thought you actually go like.
It was on the Target app for like 25% off.
Oh, that's nice.
So I was like, yeah, just take advantage of it.
Oh, I got some polyester actual workout shirts from there like a couple days ago.
Polyester. Oh, you fancy, huh?
Well, it helps because that thing dries really quickly, and yeah, for the most part, it's like good for being outside and all that because that's where I am now, mostly outside.
Outside, listen to Bill Works.
Hey, man. Sometimes I do, especially during. I don't know why, but sometimes if you put on a good movie soundtrack and you're jogging, it feels great.
Oh, that's why I used to feel when I used to bike a lot. I used to be playing like, you know, like some different tunes on, and then I just zone the hell out.
Yeah, but
I'm just.
Look at us talking about we're the peak physical fitness crew.
we are the fit boys now, the fit quarantine boys now.
Yeah, it could have gone that way for me basically. Like if I just like, you know, if I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna, you know, do what I want. Yeah, I don't know what would happen. Probably got worse or something. I don't know. It's better not to think about those times. Best to think of the positive thing. Like, yeah, I'm doing good. Doing fine. But yeah. So also what happened is the hot new game right now on PlayStation 4 people are playing right now is Fall Guys.
And on PC.
And on PC. But it's more on PS4 because, you know, it's free for PlayStation Plus people.
Yeah, and I don't have PlayStation Plus, so womp womp.
Yeah. But you've seen it though, right? Or you've
I've seen it. Everyone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the streamers are just
game.
like this. It's a fun alternative to Fortnite. That's what it is.
Yeah. It's a hot new game.
And yeah, the whole thing about it is it's the best thing I can compare it to is most extreme elimination challenge, or I guess the American one, Wipeout. Man, I love most extreme elimination challenge though. MXC was just fun to watch, even though that probably would have not get made today in that way. They would have just shown the regular, you know, video without having to dub it and make it more like, you know, localized and all that stuff. But Fall Guys is fun. So it's like you start off with 60 people, and it's like platforming challenges. You gotta get to the end, and then, you know, the first 20 get eliminated, and then it'll be like platforms that spin, platforms that fall off or whatever, and it's really fun. And then you get to the next round, it's a different thing. It's like, oh, now this time it's a memory game. You know, if you make sure you choose this tile with this thing on it, that way you won't fall off, and you get your fun. Like you immediately get the idea of it, like 10 minutes in the game, like, oh, okay, I get it. There's only 3 buttons that you press, and for the most part I don't ever use the other buttons except jump. But it is really heavy into the microtransactions. So if you want to look cool with your, you know, new costumes or whatever, or new color schemes and all that, it'll cost.
Play to look.
Yeah. You'll have to pay like, get $50 and you get all these coins. You can get whatever you want inside the store. I'm just like, Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I get it; it would look cool, but I'm fine with how I look right now. But yeah, I mean, if you already seen people play online and you know it's the big thing, and people are like jumping on the hot trend right now, it's like one of the best. Like, it's a good watch, and also playing is also fun too. That's all. That's how I will say it.
Mm-hmm.
But I also been playing Smash Brothers Ultimate on the
And
Switch. I like it, but I don't have anyone to play it with. It's also just
Alex,
only Bonely. I could message him, being like, "Yo, bro, Smash online," even though.
and then they laugh.
What, who, me or him?
Both
Oh, okay, we both laugh at that message. Like, playing Smash at this time of year, at this time of day, localized
online.
entirely within the Switch. It's cool, but there, I don't remember, but I think, I don't remember which Smash it was, but I'm probably misremembering it. But there was one where they all already unlocked. I don't know if that was the Smash 4. But this one,
No,
they're all yeah. I think we might have unlocked
I
all
think
of them.
that was a custom Smash. Was everything was unlocked?
Well, yeah, this time you have to unlock every single character, and of course,
Yep.
there's like 80 characters in this game.
Yep.
So it's like, oh my god. So yeah, you get your newcomers in there. I like playing with Trevor Belmont. He's fun. Trevor or Simon, whichever one you choose. Bayonetta's in there. It's cool. I like that.
Do you got like Terry Bogard?
Oh yeah, I actually bought two DLC characters for this game. I bought Banjo because I love Banjo Kazooie, and Terry Bogard. Yeah, I bought him too. And I was
Okay,
like, hey,
how you like the Bogardness?
it's cool, but if you're used to playing with him what was it, Final Fight?
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. And like what Primo Spade Fury, Kings of Fighters.
Yes, he's not gonna control like that. But you can do.
No, you can do those command moves.
Oh yeah, just like Ryu, because Ryu
Yeah.
you can do the commands and it's like it works like
Uh-huh.
that too.
It's more powerful once you do the command moves.
Oh okay, well then
Mm.
there you go. That shows how much I know about that. But yeah, you can play as well. Not you can, but you have to buy him to play that. And I also saw all the other DLC characters, and I'm like, I don't like that guy. I don't know who this guy is. Why would I want to get this guy? I don't see like what. I know the new one is the arms girl, the one with you play.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, that's cool, but that's not me. And it's pretty like for the most part, like yeah, the Smash part is cool, but like doing the single player stuff, doing the arcade thing, or doing the Dreams one, where you go around and like fighting people with certain time limits and certain things. Like that's okay. I mean, you can unlock characters and all that stuff with it, but it's just gonna take way too long to do that.
Yeah.
But it'll be fun for like multiple people because if you already have like a regular controller and plus like the Switch controllers because they can turn into two, you already have two controllers, which is great. And to playing with like 8 people, that's the thing with me. If I try, I just do this for fun. Sometimes I'll use my amiibos. Yes, I've got amiibos of things, and I'll put in like, oh, I got like the Ryu amiibo. I'll scan him in, put another amiibo in, and I put like my 4 amiibos versus another 4, and I see them fight. I don't know, it's like a weird ass thing. Like I just look at them fight, like, oh, I want to see them level up, and it's hard to follow sometimes. It's like I don't know how anyone can follow this where you are and all that. Cause I tried that. I was on I did like an 8-person brawl with me, and then like I was on a team with my amiibos. I'm just like I have no idea where I am sometimes. But yeah, it's a fun game. If you like Smash Brothers, I'm pretty sure if you already like Smash Brothers, you already got this game. And it's a big tournament thing, I know they have like battle with only amiibos, only at like during this tournament thing, or just actually fight with whatever character you choose. The whole thing of like, oh, this guy's top tier right here. I'm just like, I don't know, I guess. I don't really follow those things right there. But yeah, Smash Brothers, good for most people. They try to make it easy though, because like I don't know if it was like this before, like where if one of those things came in like, oh, here comes a new challenger, if you lost to him, I don't know if you ever had to like fight a couple people to get him back. But this time they have like a little option, like, oh yeah, just you can fight him again. So it's cool. They try to make it a little bit more simpler for the kids too, because kids will like this game. But also thing I saw both of these on HBO Max. I saw A Hard Day's Night, the Beatles movie.
Okay.
On HBO Max.
On Netflix?
No, it's on HBO Max.
HBO Max. Sorry. Okay.
That's weird though, cause like I feel like I'm watching a lot more of the older stuff on HBO Max than the newer movies. Cause I was like, oh, here's a new movie. I'm like, I don't want to see that. I'll watch this old one. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just building up my street cred for no reason.
So how is A Hard Day's Night?
I liked it. It was actually pretty good. I was like, wow, because they only made like a couple movies, I think, right? They only made like Yellow Submarine and like this one.
How was so what's it about?
It's like a mockumentary. It's like just them doing strange antics. It's kind of like an Animaniacs episode. They're just kind of moving from one thing to another, and they perform their songs, and like the last 20 minutes is just basically the album of A Hard Day's Night, and you've seen that one like parodied so many times too in like TV shows and movies. The whole like the beginning where they're all running away from the fans, and I can only imagine how it would have been like to be like in Britain during that time. See the Beatles at the height of their game. I know Alex doesn't like the Beatles, but
Well, you could. I still don't understand why.
I think it's just to be cool. Or that, or he maybe just thinks the music's too plain. Which I'm like, think about those, the 50s and 60s. It's like But I mean, like, I don't really. I mean, if it's like, yeah, if you don't like him, you don't like him. Or if you're doing it just for a joke, hey, whatever.
Yeah. Do you, I guess, eh?
But yeah, I'm a big Beatles fan. I think we've already established, like, you and me, like, really like the Beatles. Even like some of the more solo stuff where you're like, it's.
No, I think just like the Beatles itself was good. Like,
you don't like any
John
of John
Lennon,
Lennon's
like,
solo stuff or
John
McCartney
Lennon,
stuff.
Solo's career was, like there's like it's more like there's some songs are good, some songs was like nah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good on that one.
I liked some of the McCartney songs too. He did a pretty good job, like pretty much after from the Beatles. But yeah, like so it's mostly like a comedy, and there are actually some good jokes in this thing. I was like, huh. They're kind of just they look like they're just fucking around with people a lot. They just kind of say a lot of jokes and stuff. I'm like, I never seen this side of them. I don't know, like I don't see a lot of like old school like interview videos with the Beatles. I don't know if they were really just messing around with people a lot, like in their interviews and all that stuff.
I think so. If you even look at like older Freddie Mercury interviews, those is kind of like real too. Like the old artists and everything, they like to like pull people's leg and like say like random shit and everything.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're into that type of thing, where it's like at one point they'll just be talking, doing a funny bit, and they go outside and they start jumping around. And then it's like a music video, and like at that point, so I was like, huh. So that's where I remember like that's from The Simpsons right there, huh? But I like it. If you're already a fan of the Beatles, you're gonna like the music because it's pretty much like a musical kinda. It's like there's only a few movies I know that are also like just it's the album, basically. Kind of like The Wall. If you like The Wall. I don't know if you've ever seen The Wall. I did.
I've seen The Wall, and I have to say it's
You don't like? Do you hate it or like it? I mean, not. I know you're in the middle, but like,
I didn't really care for it.
I like The Wall. I know it is kind of weird.
Okay.
I like the album too, but it is a very strange. Like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
That or like if you want to see any of the Beyonce ones, like Lemonade. I think Lemonade is one of them. Also a album movie. It's a kind of weird thing to say right there. Because isn't Across the Universe also kind of like that too, or am I just going nuts?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know.
You ever seen?
I don't watch.
You didn't watch Across the Universe, even though you knew if it was the Beatles. Huh. That was such a freaking huge thing back then, huh? But yeah, if you like the beat, it's good. It's a good movie. I personally think so. It's like, yeah, I like that one a lot. It was very fun to see them mess around, see the young versions of Ringo, Paul, John, and all that stuff.
Hey Joe.
Yeah.
There's water in the sauce.
What?
There's water. There was water in the exhaust.
What do you mean?
I'm crying in the car because I'm Hank Hill.
Oh my god. Are you? What do you mean? What's going on over there? Are you looking at Hank Hill memes or something? I don't know.
Yeah, probably so.
Hank Hill memes. I'm searching over now. Propane. What?
I guess the researchers King of the Hill is coming back apparently.
I don't think it's a research. I think it's kind of been there. You just don't seek it out. Because the whole thing with like pocket sand and all that stuff.
Well, pocket sand is hilarious.
It is great. And I'm like, I know I'm one of the few guys that actually still like King of the Hill. I was actually watching.
I would say the pocket sand thing, like the gif of it, is pretty good.
That's weird because I remember you telling me like you didn't like King of the Hill.
I don't think of the dance. I don't like King of the Hill. I don't, but I like the memes.
Currently now? Oh, well, I thought you were like I thought you were about to say like, oh, I didn't like it, but I like it now. That's how it was for me. When I was a kid, I watched him like I don't get these jokes, and it is literally like this is an adult cartoon, meaning like only adults will understand this type of humor. And yeah, just all of it's on Hulu, and I've been like every now and then I'll just watch a random episode, and that's the thing too, like. For the most part, if you like the character, if the character, it's like if the episode's like on, Khan or whoever, if you don't like him, you're like, yeah, you probably won't like that episode. But if there's an episode like on either Dale, who's like the funniest one in there, you'll like the episode. But yeah, I remember talking that too. Like, out of everyone I know, only me and my friend Ron are the only ones like that. Like, will like now love King of the Hill. Anything that they do, I know. One of my other friends was like, I don't like that. And I was like, it's really funny though. It's good. It's a good show. But I don't know why you even said like. I thought you were talking about like you actually have water in your exhaust. I don't know what you're trying to say.
Like right now, I just discovered Boomhauer actually talk normal.
Oh yeah, that was a really funny episode right there. Be by Bicky by Be by Bo. Yeah, they have a lot of funny.
Because I just thought the pretty much was
yeah.
Hank Hill was just like King of the Hill was just like, oh, it's just nothing good, and then you learn a little bit more. Say no, it's just pretty much a satire of
it's a satire of like the South and red living, as I would say.
Yeah, the red lips.
I mean, if you should really rewatch an episode, and you might actually find it a lot funnier than it was before. That's how I feel like. When I rewatched it,
give me all the things to watch, man.
Just watch any episode with like Hank Hill or like Dale Gribble.
Where to watch it, sir?
I said it's on Hulu. You have Hulu.
I'm too lazy, man.
You're too crazy is more like it, haha.
Yep, too crazy.
Too lazy.
And how broke is Hank Hill?
What do you mean how broke?
Is Hank Hill really broke?
No, it's middle class like type of humor.
No, there's a video that's saying like how broke is Hank?
Oh, you're just going in that weird hole of watching. Okay. The best ones I see are like the YouTube poops of King of the Hill.
That's not first. Talk about like when Bobby versus Sale. That kind of got me in a hook.
Yeah, if you watch any of the
Sale
Durham Rockers videos on YouTube poops, I think they're still really funny. I know their YouTube poops are usually YouTube poops go either like they're annoying or they're actually kind of funny. But anyways, also the other thing I saw on HBO Max was American Pickle with Seth Rogen.
How is American Pickle?
I personally liked it. I thought it was pretty funny, but there's people out here that are just like tearing this movie. I'm just like, okay. I mean, I can say you can hate it, but I don't know if you hate it because of him or you hate it because of whatever.
I think because of him. That's what I think they hate it.
I think so, because he's getting kind of like a bad. I see like the the tomato score, and it's like a 74, which like yeah, that's about right. It's not amazing, but it's still a fun movie to watch. But like the critics, the user score is like around 50 to 40%. And I'm like, damn. Usually it'd be the other way around because people might actually like the movie more than the critics or something like that. So it's kind of a weird thing. Like, what the hell? I saw that and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. But yeah, the whole story is like he's an old, old school Jewish man, came to America and he fell inside a pickle machine and then he woke up 100 years later. And of course, it's like that's ridiculous. Like, yeah, of course, the whole idea is ridiculous. So it's a comedy.
Yeah.
That's the point of it. And yeah, there's a lot of jokes about like current day stuff about like. There's a funny joke on like he did. It was like, "Is that your mother?" And it's like, "No." Like, "Is that your father?" Like, "No, that's David Bowie." And then it's like he posts the same picture. It's like, "Is that your father?" He's like, "No, that's also David Bowie." That whole
Yeah,
picture.
I saw the trailer.
I like that's a good joke. I like that one right there. And I think it's funny. I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there that are completely against it and all that stuff. I was like, yeah. That's the thing is, I'm kind of a fan of Seth Rogen. I know he gets a lot of flack. Basically, I think it's also people gonna get tired of him doing his whole like, shtick of like, drugs.
As a skinny stoner guy, like, oh.
He used to be not skinny though. He used to be kind of chubby.
Yeah, well, he's like kind of chubby. Like no, compared to us, he kind of like slimmed down now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's doing like it's all nothing but dick jokes, nothing but weed jokes, nothing but drugs and all that stuff. And I mean, for this one, there's not really. It's kind of like it's a PG-13 movie, so he kind of toned it down. So
yeah,
it's like it's kind of weird to see because usually you expect him to do the crass jokes and all that stuff, but he's settled. He's like kind of brought it back in, So I was like, see, that's cool. I like that right there. For the most part, I've seen almost all his movies, so and for the most part, I like him. He does stuff like at least this thing's like it's not like an adaptation of anything. It's not a sequel to something.
Yeah, it's the original application.
Yeah, he does original stuff. So I kind of applaud him for doing stuff like that because doing something original that's not based on anything is like it's hard to do apparently in today's world. And it is like it's a basic fish out of water story basically. It's like, oh, look at all the new things that the old guy has to react to and all that stuff. It's like if you get the jokes, you get it, and that's the thing. I don't see a lot of people. I don't see like the reviewers I follow on YouTube. They have not reviewed this movie yet, which is kind of weird. I'm just like, does no one have HBO Max?
Oh no! Oh, some people refuse to use it.
I guess I don't know. It's so weird to me. I see like, oh, this guy's not reviewed that movie yet. Like, huh? That's weird. I don't know for what reason. I don't know. It's kind of an off the weird thing. But yeah, I liked it. I know there's a lot of people out there that have HBO Max, and this is like one of those things like, oh, you should get HBO Max because it's not gonna be like it's not the selling point basically. Like you don't want to get HBO Max because of this thing, but it's a good little plus.
Mm-hmm.
You get your fun with it. Also, what I saw on Netflix was I saw The Old Guard.
The Old Guard.
Yeah, you didn't see this one getting pushed on Netflix and all that stuff. It was pretty much number one for like a couple weeks.
The Old Guard.
Charlize Theron.
No, I don't. Damn it.
It's the one where they're immortal.
Nope, I heard about it, but didn't get a chance to see it.
It's based on a graphic novel from what I heard. I thought it was okay. It's nothing special or amazing. The only thing that peeves me about it is, well, not the only thing. There's other things too, but like one of the things that is weird to me is that they don't explain what they are. They just say like, oh yeah, we're immortal, and that's it. I thought they were vampires. From what it looked like on the trailers and all that stuff, I thought they were immortal vampires because but then I was quickly out of the window. Was like, oh, they're in the sun. Like, okay, so they're not vampires. So what are they? And they don't ever explain it. They're just like, oh yeah, we're just immortal. And it's been going. They've been alive for like thousands and thousands of years and all that stuff. And it shows them through history, doing all their stuff. and they say to a point like, oh yeah, at one point it just stops working, you stop healing, and then you just die. I'm just like, but why though? They never explain. They never explain that here, and then it is open for a sequel, which I'm pretty sure they're gonna do now.
Gotcha.
Also, the choices for music in it are weird.
Oh no.
Cause they play like, I don't know how else to describe it. They play stuff like that the CW would play in an action scene. You know, they play like the weird slow like indie rock band during an action scene. And if you've seen a CW show, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think I'm talking about.
And I was just like, this is for a movie? Okay, sure.
Like, what?
And the action's like, okay. Like, okay, the whole point is like, yeah, it's cool because they can't die and all that stuff. And they're doing cool things and all that stuff. But I don't really care. Because that's the thing with immortal characters. You don't feel any tension, you know?
Uh-huh.
So they're like, oh, well, I guess that's not gonna happen. Nothing bad's gonna happen to them. And then the whole thing about it is like, oh yeah, this crew was made of 85% women. I'm just like, okay. Don't know why that was an important fact, but cool.
Like, cool to know.
But I think I like the Extraction more than I like this one. I don't think I even talked about Extraction on the podcast.
I don't think so.
Have you seen that? Not Extreme, but like you've heard about Extraction, right?
The one with what's his face?
Yeah, Thor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
I
good
didn't
movie.
see it, but
I liked it though.
it.
I really liked it. It was cool because like the action in it was like really well made, because like it was zoomed out. You could see everything, and like they do the whole like, oh, this is all taken shot in one take type of action thing. And it, for the most part, it was kind of like, okay, I can see where they did the cuts in that one, but it was, I liked it a lot. It was that was a big thing too. They actually had a pretty decent budget too, because like the Russo brothers were like producing that one, and now they can pretty much produce whatever the hell they want. You know, they're like the new what do you call it, Christopher Nolan, where they're like, you made $4 billion for us, we'll make whatever you want. You know, movie studios be like, oh, you want to make this movie? Okay, sure, go ahead, it's all up to you.
We give you the keys.
Yeah, basically. And also the last thing I saw on Hulu, of all things, was Palm Springs, and this one also kind of just snuck up on the radar. It's an Andy Samberg movie, and
Okay.
it's also that got that girl from How I Met Your Mother, the main girl, not the main girl, the one that came from the last season, who is the actual mother, who is the actual mother. She's a good actress. She's very good at comedy and all that stuff. So the whole premise of this one is Andy Samberg's been stuck in a time loop in Palm Springs, and you can see how he lives his life of like, he doesn't really care. There's no tomorrow. The whole day will just reset and all that stuff. And it's funny. I liked it a lot. There's a lot of funny moments inside that movie. If you like Andy Samberg, which I know not a lot of people do, because you know they associate him with like The Lonely Island, and I haven't seen The Lonely Island in a long time either. I don't know if he's gonna come back. They say he's supposed to come back with like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but I don't know what's gonna happen with that show now since this whole thing. But yeah, Palm Springs is what I like about some of these movies though is like they were only an hour and a half, and it works really well when movies aren't really long. Also, J.K. Simmons is in this movie too, if you like him. J. Jonah Jameson. Because they also explore the fact of like, what would happen if you did just live the same day over and over again. So it's very like Groundhog's Day-esque, or like all you need is kill, aka Edge of Tomorrow. But now it's a comedy. Well, Groundhog's Day was also a comedy. It's funny how everyone will also compare it, just like, oh, it's Groundhog's Day. It's the only time they ever did a time loop and anything like that. But I think it does it pretty well. Because like the whole premise of it is like he's stuck in a time loop and he brings someone else into the time loop with him because he didn't want to do that, and now she's also stuck in a time loop, and now they try to live the life. and it's on Netflix. I mean, not Netflix, on Hulu. So it's something they actually have on there that I wanted to watch. Also, Animaniacs. Speaking of Animaniacs, that's supposed to come back in November on Hulu. And I want to see how that works out. Only because I don't know how that's gonna be. You know what I mean? Because it's very topical back in the day for Animaniacs. So I don't know if they can keep up with that same type of humor. The whole oh yeah, we can have adult humor in there too, but not something that the kids will actually understand. Anyways, we'll see you all next week. It's gonna be fun. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/thedeadpixels of the internet. You can like the page, and then you'll see all the updates. I got a new batch of pictures coming for you all. Of new painted pictures. Go to our regular site, thedeadpixelsoftheinternet.podbean.com. That's the regular site. You can see all the episodes there. Everything below 450 episodes, plus game reviews, and also our ASIN and Wizard World and C2E2 reviews too. They're on there, because I feel like it's gonna be a thing of the past now. No, I don't know. We'll see how that works out. Go to our YouTube, Dead Pixels Internet. You can subscribe to it. There's a YouTube page on there. Usually it's a couple days after the podcast version, which is if you wanted to watch it in YouTube form, in video form. I wish I knew how to do it, how some people do it, because they have animations and all that stuff when they're doing their podcast version of the YouTube, or they do the video version too. You can go to our Twitter at TDPOTI Podcast, or go to mine at Joe Manuel.
Go mine in the vision at Broken Instagram.
Yeah. Go to our Spotify. Go to our iTunes page, and our Android page, which you can just do in any podcast app too. Anyways, we'll see you all next week. We'll see how it works out. It's already 12 o'clock, and it's time for me to get some food. Anyways, this has been the Dead Pixels of the Internet. Go in the picture.